right, so quick review on this GEOID bike computer. As you can see, I've got almost 600 minutes logged on the computer, about 168 miles. This is my first time charging it. So it only got down to 20% on 600 minutes, which is crazy. Overall, I would say this computer is the best value bike computer on the market, and it's not even close. So I got this for $50. And I have a more budget road bike. I'm not trying to spend, $250 or $300 for like a Garmin or a Wahoo. But I still want the same accuracy and the same data. I was able to get a speed sensor, a cadence sensor, and a heart rate monitor for this device for under $100, including the device. So this is a very good bike computer. Almost everything links up to it. As you can see, you got my three sensors there. As soon as I put the heart rate sensor on and move the wheel, these other two speed and cadence sensors activate. Another thing that this thing does, which is super nice, and I think the main reason why most people would buy it, is the fact that it uploads all the data to Strava. So at the end of your ride, you're basically going to be able to, let's go into the history here. So you're going to have your rides here, and then you're going to download the One Lap Fit app, and basically all those rides are going to sync to One Lap Fit when you open up the app and are connected to the device. A couple of things about the One Lap Fit app. It's not very good. You have to change the settings to Imperial, and it's just a little janky. Everything in here is going to be in metric until you change it to Imperial on the app. Also, make sure to try to get an accurate circumference of your wheel when you're getting the speed sensor, so you can enter that in. You got to make sure you also enter your height and weight in accurately. Also, the height uses numeric decimals, so you can't just put like 5'11". You have to convert that to a decimal. The app is a little janky. What else? After you upload your ride, it takes about 5 minutes for this thing to properly sync and connect to your phone. And you really should use the synchronize button on the One Lap Fit app to calibrate the GPS before your ride. So that, there is definitely some negatives, because it definitely takes a little bit to get going. And then when you're done with your ride, you got to open up the app. You have to wait for it to sync the ride. Sometimes that can take a little long. I've waited sometimes like 2 minutes for it to properly sync the ride. Then you got to go into the ride and connect your Strava account. Now, once your Strava account's actually connected, all you got to do is, once that ride is synchronized, it basically automatically uploads it to Strava. You don't have to do anything. And you just open up Strava, and then it'll just kind of pop up like a new ride, and then you get to edit that ride and post it. So that part's good. It's just the app itself is, that's where you're basically saving all the money. You're not getting the super nice polish of a Garmin app, with more advanced insights, but you're getting all of the same data. Okay, that's really what matters. So this is really good at just getting complete and accurate data. I've tested this against the Garmin 530, I think. That's what my friend has. Our speed data for our rides was almost identical. It was tracking the route the same way. You know, there was no discrepancies between both of our computers. So in terms of the data, this is great. It's just you got to be willing to put up with a little bit of FAFO on the app if you want it to be, a good experience, and then once you get through that and you know what to expect, this thing is fairly easy to use. But just know that, like the uploading of the rides to Strava at first is probably going to be annoying. And setting it up properly, calibrating the GPS, that might be a little annoying too, because there's a lot of times when I open up the app in the beginning and it'll say it's connected to my phone, but it won't be showing like the battery percentage. So it'll be showing like 0%, which means it's not fully connected yet. So you kind of just have to wait around until it like fully connects, and then the synchronize button will actually give you an option to synchronize. So they recommend to do that before every single ride. And sure, you don't have to synchronize it. You can just click start and go, but the app recommends you calibrate the device before every ride. So if you want to do that, you got to wait for it to, fully connect to the One Lap Fit app and your phone. And that can take a little bit. So yeah, that's basically the summary. This is an awesome bike computer. I say it's 10 out of 10 value for what it actually does. And my biking performance has improved significantly just because of the high resolution data that I get from this. Like I started doing like 10-mile rides every single day. Now I'm doing, 25, 35 miles, because of the insights I'm getting from this. It's kind of allowing me to push harder, bike smarter, focus on my cadence, focus on, my heart rate and stuff like that. And it's also motivating just to have all that stuff. So I would say if you're thinking about getting this for Strava, 10 out of 10, get it. Just be prepared to mess with the app a little bit. All right.